Final video left parent to right parent left parent one right tab. Skip forward third tab. Edit photo tab. Play menu view button space.
That's right. We're on live. We're gonna get this thing done one way or another.
Right.
What's up to y'all?
Welcome to Third Eye Visions. How you doing, guests?
Hi, what's up, going?
My name is Anthony Parker, and I am your host for this evening's night, or whatever you want to call it. But we're gonna get it started in a minute. Just want y'all to check out the little intro. Welcome to Third Eye Visions. Give me a second. Let me share this.
Main princess blank. Third blank lives in blank. 0 blank. Solo lit thin group layout. Leader small large full script blank. Remove from screen blank. Third eye blank. Remove from blank. Third eye blank. Remove blank. Princess mute button. Stop cam button. Mic and camera set it. Stop screen button. Invite a guest but stop screen.
Okay. Welcome to Third Eye Visions. How you doing, guests?
I'm great.
Great to have you. Great to have you. My name is Anthony Parker. We're gonna get all into your business. We're gonna be talking about how the culture in other countries as a visually impaired person, blind person, and talk about maybe some of the things that they do have that are available, and just the all around how the experience for individuals who are visually impaired. Are you ready? Is you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You don't sound like it.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
right here.
Well, we're going to welcome. Oh, before I forget, make sure to subscribe, like, share, follow, comment, and all those good things. Y'all have been good to me and blessing me. And I know that my people are going to do that. And they're going to they're going to also follow you as well. So with that being said, why don't you step to the AM, as they used to say in old rap music, and tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do. Go ahead.
Again, hi, Anthony, and hi, everybody, YouTubers, Facebookers, all those who are watching or listening on your smart device, whatever you may use. My name is Princess Tia, and I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, in the Caribbean. You all may say I don't sound like a Jamaican, but I am a Jamaican. I lived overseas for 2.5 years, New York to be exact. And I am a 24-year-old university student studying a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship, and I'm also a podcaster and am visually impaired.
Okay. Speaking of your podcast, what's the name of it, and where could these people find you, and give a little insight as to what it's all about?
Sure, Anthony. So the name of my podcast is called Culturama, the Jamaican name Culturama, Kulcharama, with Diva, Diva, where simplicity is the best thing. You can find my podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, AnchorFM.net, Podcatcher, ccbradio.com in Trinidad and Tobago on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's www.ccbradio.com. .radio in the UK, that's www.radio.net/listen here on Tuesdays at 11 p.m. UK time. Please feel free to subscribe to my emailing list. Culturama Plus, subscribe at groups.io. Follow me on Twitter at Culturama and on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Culturama with Diva. Now, I know many persons may say, why must we subscribe to our emailing list? Now, I know every day when we go to find something new and they say, subscribe to us now, when you click that subscribe email, they send you a bunch of emails every damn day. Well, let me tell you something, people. I'm not like that. Believe me, I'm not. I send out an email every Sunday or Friday. I don't intend to fill up people's inboxes because I don't lose subscribers. I'm about gaining subscribers and building customer relations, client relations, collaborating business ideas, yada, yada, yada. So my podcast is about educating the public about persons with special needs, motivating the public about different challenges. So I invite persons with special needs, motivational guest speakers, book authors, business personnel, entrepreneur consultants, economists, agronomists, I beg your pardon, doctors, nurses, anybody with different challenges different walks of life. I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Look out for my Black History feature coming up soon. Look out for my International Women's Day feature coming up soon on March 8th. So, with that being said, log on, listening, tune in to Culture of People where simplicity is the best thing. If you want to be a guest on my show, please feel free to send me an email at culturama, cultarama.ja@gmail.com with the subject heading podcast guest connection and indicate your interest in being a guest on the show. There is a reasonable slash affordable package that you don't want to miss. Or just send Anthony a message and he will relate the message to me.
Okay, great. Now, Tia, since you know the topic at hand, the different cultures and the different technologies for individuals who are visually impaired, I'm hoping, and I know I'm very, I'm sure that you can speak on these particular topics. What is it like? Well, let's first back up and talk about your visual impairment. Tell the people what that's all about. How did you kind of lose your sight, and what's the name given?
All right. So again, I'm visually impaired, and the name of my diagnosis is retinal detachment visual impairment, where I'm only able to see out of one eye, and the other eye is gone. It was damaged by a doctor. I have a picture here. I asked a volunteer to scan it. I hope you all can see it. For those of us who are blind / visually impaired, it's a picture of me in the incubator. I was being stringed up to the machine because I was losing respiratory. I was losing breathing complications. So it was a doctor who caused it. I will not elaborate on the medical negligence part, but I can tell Anthony off air. But the point is, the doctor acted medical negligently, and as a result of that, the hospital was sued and she was sued. No, I did not go to school for the blind like everybody else. Now, each country has a school for the blind, and ours is called the Salvation Army School for the Blind. And I did not get my training there because my parents were fearful. They just didn't know what to do. They were not accepting to the fact that I'm a disability. So I got my training at a later stage. I went to the St. Hugh's Preparatory School. Now in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the UK, we have what is called preparatory and primary school. Now in the US, I know you have elementary school, middle school, high school, colleges. Right. Now the prep is for the rich people, as in private. The primary is for the poor people, so that it's owned by the government. And so I went to a prep school. Now I'm not rich, but it was a standard school that my parents were able to afford. And I had my cousin. She taught there. She still is teaching there. So she used sandpaper. Now in construction, the construction workers use sandpaper to do their building and stuff. So my cousin used sandpaper to make all 26 letters of the alphabet.
Wow.
And the numbers. Yes, I was able to feel all of those and write. I began writing at a later stage. If you all can see my hand, my right hand, I was born with it's a web, so my fingers are formed like this. So the doctor was able to pull my fingers apart, which is a little web here, so I cannot hold heavy things in my right hand. So I began to write late in my right hand. I began to walk late. I almost got fined to a wheelchair, but with the grace of God, I'm walking on my 2 good feet. Yes. So I have to go to see medical. I have to go overseas every summer to seek medical treatment. So no ophthalmologists in Jamaica aren't allowed to touch my eyes, because this is a famous case. It's a 1995 case, and a lot of doctors and lawyers have used my case for future reference when they're doing medical negligence case. Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Now, in Jamaica, okay, I love my country. Let me just say that. I love my country. There's a song that says, "No way no better than yard." But regarding persons with disabilities, on a whole in the Caribbean, we are developing the Disabilities Act. We are developing the different disability benefits, but it is slowly coming, but surely. It is slowly coming. So again, we have our School for the Blind here. We have our Jamaica Society for the Blind here. We have the Abilities Foundation that caters to adults with disabilities to navigate everyday life. We have the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities. We have the CDA, the Disabilities Association. We have the Combined Disabilities Association as well. We have the CDS, Center for Disability Studies, here on UWI campus. We have the Office for Special Student Services on the UWI campus here as well. That office caters to students with special needs, whether you are blind or visually impaired, hearing impaired, physically handicapped. So what happens here, you come here, you get your assignments done by volunteers. If you need volunteers to assist you to and from classes, that will be provided. The lectures are in receipt of a letter with the administration details of the person and stuff. So they are able to accommodate us with tape recorders, volunteers, laptops, all that stuff.
So is Braille? Do they teach Braille over there? You know, are you familiar with Braille?
Braille at the School for the Blind as well as the Society for the Blind, but I don't know Braille. I don't. I do plan to learn it, but it'll be a rough situation for me to learn. But I'm willing to learn it because something can happen to technology in due time, and what do I get to use? Nothing. So I'll have to learn Braille for future use.
That's true. Now, what's the work force like in Jamaica? I mean, over here in the United States, it's pretty high as far as the unemployment rate for individuals who are visually impaired and blind and what have you. What is it like over in Jamaica?
Okay, in Jamaica, you have to be begging for people to employ you. Not just in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, in particular the private sector, because the private sector will be like, oh, she blind. I don't want her. No, you cannot look at us at our disability. That is why my motto is focus on your ability and not your disability. And the employment rate here is like, it sucks because we have to be proving people wrong that we can do this despite our challenge. We go to university to get an education, and when we go out there to apply for a job, it's a problem. So we have to be equipping / sensitizing the workforce, not just private sector, the public sector as well. So it's really difficult to get jobs. And that is why persons are trying to set up their own businesses. Like, for example, Mr. Paul Wilson, he is blind and he has his own furnishing store. So he make furnitures and what do you call it again? Fix the cane, repair the canes and wicker chairs and all those stuff. We also have myself who started my podcast business. A lot of musicians here who are trying to start up their business, but it's just so rough. It's really rough. So if we come to the US, we would be happy. But there will be glitches in the US as well. But there are more opportunities in the US than in the Caribbean.
Now, if I may interrupt you right here, it's basically the same pretty much here in the United States. We as blind people have to create our own jobs. We have to not necessarily beg, but we have to constantly prove our self-worth. Here, I have a college degree and I haven't been able to be gainfully employed like I really want to. And they provide jobs like factory jobs and expect that people who have degrees or have the ability to want to, move on to kind of like be there and shelter them and things of that nature. Is it like that over there?
Yes, it's the same thing. But let me just say that I interviewed that'll be coming out soon. I interviewed a police officer in Trinidad, and he's blind, and he was an acting prosecutor in Suriname for a case. Marlon Periaho, trust me, he's a powerhouse.
You said he's blind?
Yes, he's
blind. A blind police officer.
Yeah.
Now, as we let's hold that for a second, digress for a second. Explain to me and the audience how that could be, because I know anything's possible, but a blind police officer, as we go. So,
I didn't know it was even possible until I spoke to him, because he said that he was blind for the past 8 years, coming 9, and he had to go to school for the blind in Trinidad and all that stuff.
mm,
So I said, Marlon, how did you adjust to being blind? How would the system accommodate you now, seeing that you're blind? So he says he has his desktop at his office with his Bluetooth gadgets, and he does the inside work
oh,
now.
okay, gotcha,
Yes,
gotcha,
he does
gotcha.
more of the inside work.
Okay,
So, and he goes to motivational guest speaking arrangements, he goes to book signings, he goes to different stuff. And he went to Suriname last year for a prosecuting case.
oh,
There's a
gotcha.
blind lawyer, Mr. Sean Kaluji.
Mm,
I was to attend the conference there in Secaucus, Missouri. Hope I pronounced it right. Big ups to Ben Fox and the team. And I'm just so amazed. I'm just so amazed.
man. Now, what's the attitude of individuals who are visually impaired? Are they like, do they feel a bit of self-pity, or do they feel like, at some point they're going to get the job that they need, or they're going to be provided with whatever that's needed? What's the attitude of most blind people in that?
Well, attitudes. Good attitude, bad attitudes, pittiness, as you said, stressed out, all that stuff. So the attitude varies based on the mood and based on the circumstance they are in. But majority the majority attitude is um stressed and emotional, in that no jobs are being created. And
No, that's right.
the thing is, because Anthony, the public is uneducated about persons with special needs and the capabilities that they can do. That is why our blind senator, Dr. Floyd Morris, he's also senior lecturer here at university campus. He is hosting a conference in March. I will give you those dates so you can let the public be aware.
Okay.
He's hosting a public awareness forum on persons with disabilities, in terms of sensitizing the public on how to treat persons with disabilities. He has designed 3 courses here on the UA campus. One is called Law and Disability. The other one is called Defining Disability, as in who are you as a person with a disability. And the other one is called, I forgot it. But the point is, come on out and support this conference, because we need the public to be aware, not just in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the world, about us and what we can do from what we can't do.
That's real talk. That's real talk. Now, what have you heard about? Have you heard anything about the people, blind people, visually impaired people in the States, here in the United States? Like the situation is the same, or just do you have any friends here?
Well, I have a lot of, let me not say friends, I have fans. And I got my Twitter page. I'm not being braggy, but I'm just happy that fans
No.
are able to relate to me, because I know many podcasters out there, their fans are not able to connect, but I'm able to connect with my fans. And let me just say, good fans like you, Anthony.
Thank you so much.
They have told me that the opportunities are there, but you have to prove to the public and private sector about the
Mhm.
situation that we are facing and how can you accommodate us. That's the thing.
Yeah. It's basically the same, and it's I don't know if it's gonna get better, but I have a lot of friends who are trying to create their own jobs, and hopefully once they do that, they can hire a lot of visually impaired or blind people, for that matter, and what have you. And I definitely wanted to bring you on to discuss what it's like over in other countries and get their perspective, as opposed to just listening to a TV. I want to get that one-on-one connection so you can really lay it down and what have you. Do you have any more information that you like to share about your culture, or just the technologies, just things in general about
This is a
individuals?
picture of myself. I graduated in high school in 2013. Yes. Another picture here. It's a good thing I have to volunteer to scan them. This is a picture of me when I was small. I was about in kindergarten or the second grade or so. Yeah, look how cute I am. Thanks, guys. So basically, I just want to say to okay, let me just split this into three parts or two parts. To persons with special needs on a whole, different special needs. Remember, you are here for a reason. You are here with a purpose. You know, fulfill your dreams. Don't let anyone or anything stop you.
Let me stop you, and I want you to repeat that again because that was very much well needed because there's someone out there that may feel that, man, I'm not worth anything. I can't see, or not only that, I'm in a wheelchair, or I'm a disabled individual. So repeat that again. I like that.
Sure, not a problem. Again, the persons with different challenges, with a physical, visual, depression, whatever the case may be, you are here for a purpose. God made you in a very special and unique way, and don't allow for anyone and anything to stop you. Use my motto. Yeah, always copyright, but just remember my motto: focus on your ability and not your disability.
Hmm. That's right. Go ahead, continue. You got another part to
Yes.
that?
To the second part, to blind slash visually impaired persons. Now, people, you have eyes. Something is wrong with them. You have a brain, hands, feet, a mouth. No, nothing is wrong with y'all. Speak out. Speak out. Go out there and talk. Advocate for yourself. Advocate for your colleagues. I was listening or I was interviewing popular podcaster Jeff Thompson, Blind Abilities Podcasting. Hi, Jeff and the team. He said, Tia, go out there and speak. Go out there and talk. That is how we got Ira. That is how we got Google. That is how we got Blind Tech Show. That is how we got all of these people to come on the show and speak and get sponsors, everything. Even start up your own podcast. I'll be hosting a Zoom webinar soon, only for $10. You know, yeah, I will tell Anthony more about that so you can publicize it. About how to do your own podcast. That'll be out soon. Still designing, but that'll be out soon. Only for $10. Simple basic steps of designing your own podcast. Also, write down your goals and your achievements, your objectives, everything. Plan your 2020 vision board. You are on a flight journeying from January's airport to December's airport. You're on a board 2020. So fly through the clouds and go for success.
I like that, definitely. So I want to say definitely. So y'all see, it's basically some similarities, as opposed to the way the culture is in Jamaica and Trinidad and other countries and the United States. So we definitely need to band together. If you can create businesses and jobs for yourself, do that and hire individuals who are vision impaired, who, because of the fact that we're not being hired by sighted people. So let's create our own and make it happen for ourselves instead of throwing pity parties, because I have friends too also who throw a great deal of pity parties, and I definitely stay away from and learn about the different technologies and Google it, whatever that's coming out, so you will be knowledgeable about what's out there for us, because there's a lot of things that are out there. Am I correct, Tia?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
So with that being said, I want to thank you for coming on to Third Eye Visions, and I'm gonna create a motto myself and let everybody know. But I appreciate everybody for sticking with me, and definitely I'm going to bring on inspirational shows as far as this and other things, and informative shows. Thanks for subscribing and following and comment. Please do comment and share and tell other people. So
I know people will comment about this one.
Well, I'm not able to check the comments. So, and then if I did, I'll get distracted from what you're saying. That's why I have to hire me somebody one day just to be the I forgot what you call it, but
manager or
the mediator or the intervene to, and check the comments. But anyway, you got to start somewhere, and I like doing these lives because we can talk a little longer, filibuster, and go back on the subject, whatever. But definitely, y'all check out. I'm gonna let Tia give her name. Her podcast is so long, but give it to them real slow so they'll know, and y'all go support her as well as well as y'all have been doing my channel. So go ahead. Tell them where
All
they
right,
can
again, so the podcast name is Culturama with Diva, Kulcharama with Diva, Diva, and Diva means D determined, I independent, V vibesy, and A I'm awesome at what I do. You can find it on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podcatcher. You can follow me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Culturama with Diva. Follow me on Twitter at Culturama. Subscribe to my emailing list. Culturama plus subscribe at groups.io. That's Kulcharama. The plus sign. Subscribe at groups.io. Please do remember, I don't, and I really mean it, I don't intend to fill up people's inbox every day, once every Sunday or Friday. Yeah, I'm about gaining subscribers, not losing people. My website will be up soon. My YouTube page will be up soon. So you can see lots of live videos as well. If you want to be a guest on the show, please feel free to send me an email. Culturama.ja@gmail.com. That's culturama.ja@gmail.com, or just send Anthony a message and he'll be sure to pass it on to me. Big up to my studio engineers, Mr. Sidney Thorpe. Happy belated birthday, Sidney. Damien Rose, my producer, my makeup artist, my hairdresser. Big up everybody, my IT technician team from Culture with Diva, where simplicity is the best thing. And you're watching Third Eye Vision. Hope I got it. You're watching Third Eye Vision with Anthony Parker. Keep it locked.
Girl, you did a great job. We're still alive. We did a great job. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you guys. Bye. Peace out.
Let me end this. Thank y'all. Please subscribe, and I'll be talking to y'all on the next side.
Mwah.
Hold on.
Jamaica land of beauty. I'm live, y'all.